Hey folks, back to you back here. We are live at the Regent Theatre. I'm the BMD, as you know, your host on Meet the Band, and we are live at the Regent Theatre on one of our episodes Behind the Scenes. With my friends I've just met, we'll introduce you all individually. This is the Tartan Terrors. Very interested, I'm going to get into that name. I've been trying to figure out that, watching all the music bios, I get myself educated. So let's start with you, sir.
Yep.
Your name?
My name is Ian.
Where are you from? What do you say? What do you know?
I'm from Port Sydney, originally from Burlington.
Okay.
So I live up north now, and my sister and I created the group 30 years ago.
And how about this gentleman?
I'm Chris.
You're Chris.
Born and raised in Mississauga. I live in Hamilton.
Young lady.
I'm Emily, born and raised in Oshawa, now living in Toronto.
Sir.
Charlie McKittrick, born and raised in Hamilton, now playing drums for the Tartan Terrors, 8.5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you, sir.
I'm Tyler. I'm from the metropolitan powerhouse of Wheatley. There's about 500 people there. Now I live in Welland.
Do you know everybody by name in the
And their
small
last
town?
name and all their stories.
So let's get right at it. You're listening to Meet the Band Behind the Scenes. We're the #1 show on Rogers Television, expanding in your area soon. So backdrop, backstory, whoever wants to jump in or trade punches.
Right.
What is the backstory on Tartan Terrors?
So Tartan Terrors, my sister and I created it. Originally it was 6 dancers and 1 piper. And then we evolved over the year to all musicians and 1 dancer. But we got the name when my dad was little. My mom was a Highland dance teacher and went around the world. And so that's when we started dancing. Well, my dad was the MC, and he used to introduce us when we were 3 as the wee Tartan Terrors. He passed away when I was about 14, 15, and in his honor, we named the group after him.
Very nice. Very nice. So backdrop, group assembly, band assembly, how did all that happen? How did you all meet? Was it on an auditioning process, or what was the lay of the land getting all the group together? When I looked out in the theater, seems like there's 100 people in here.
So we
Tell
have
us a little bit about that.
We have 7 musicians right now on stage, and Emily does dancing and is a musician, is our fiddler, fantastic fiddler. So when we started, my sister and I had this vision of doing comedy and music and dance and doing original, traditional. I want you to sit there, have someone that's 80 years old beside you, 5 years old beside you, laughing for completely different reasons.
Interesting.
And enjoying the music, because how many of us are tied to a screen these days, right? And so let's get them into the live theater. This group, we've all sort of met through friends. Every one of us has a fill spot because we tour a lot. But Chris might be able to add more to that.
Where we all met? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Like Renaissance festivals, music festivals, just working in the music scene in Southern Ontario. You get to know people here and there, and then, as you develop those connections, they just, all of a sudden someone's like, hey, I need a fiddle player. Like, all right, we're gonna call Emily, she's great. And then, Emily comes out and plays a couple shows, and we're just like, wow, we need to get her on the band, like full time kind of thing. Or, with Tyler, same thing. Tyler came to us through Sean, was it? So just word of mouth travels real fast in the music industry, so you kind of learn who's who, and you kind of make acquaintances and friendships that way.
So assembly of the band in history years, how long you've been active and how long you've been together jointly?
So 29 years, next year's our 30th anniversary of the actual group. This group, I would say, probably the last decade, we've all sort of been together, and Chris and I are the longest runners.
Yeah, I've been 18 years.
18 years, so, and it's just like I said, everyone has a cover spot because it's hard to tour these days. You got family, you got other bands, everyone plays with other bands, and
So what about Scottish?
Yeah.
What is the background on who is, who isn't? Is that part of the joining of the group?
Well, I know
Heritage blood is Scottish?
I'm second generation Canadian, Scotland, English. My grandma was born in England, and she doesn't acknowledge the Scottish side, but that's a whole other story.
I was born in Hamilton. My grandma came over, so I guess that makes me a second generation as well. And so I've got Scottish and Irish. It's a Scottish last name, McKittrick, but I'm actually more Irish because grandma was full Irish, grandpa was both.
Interesting.
So
Other members?
third generation Scot. So I actually go over to Scotland every year to play
Interesting.
bagpipes at the World Championships.
Wow.
So
Congratulations for that.
Yeah, that's very much.
Support the bloodline. How about you, Miss?
I am.
Heinz 57?
They
No.
pretend that I'm from the north of Scotland, but my family is all Polish.
Irish and Egyptian.
Irish and
That's a combination.
Odd
Yeah.
combination.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas is great.
Yes. So, looking for members as they come in, drop out, or changes, is the Scottish bloodline a prerequisite, or is it just on ability to play?
Not necessarily. It's like, it's hard to tour as it is, but when we travel, we have to get along off the stage. If you don't get along off the stage, you're not going to get along on the stage. So it really comes down to who can play and who wants to do it. There's a lot of people that want to be Scottish or Irish, but just enjoy the music, right? Because that's what it's about, right? And the fellowship. So I would say that, but I don't know what anyone else has to say about it.
Well, I wore my shirt for the interview
Love
to
it.
stay proud.
Yeah.
With my heritage, the McEwen clan
Yeah.
was registered in Scotland in 1173.
Wow.
Castle still stands in ruins, and the first block went in the castle in the 10th century. So it's old roots for me. So I take great pride in that heritage, and I was quite excited to meet the group today for that alone and honor the brand. Now, watching the videos and the music, exciting, lots of energy. How do you keep your edge up every night you're touring or the gigs you're playing? Because it just seems like a bomb going off.
Naproxen.
When you're getting older, yeah, a lot of time.
Yes.
Yeah, caffeine. It's the rest of the show, right? Like it's when the lights go down and you hear the audience out there. Like there's something that gets in you about what's about to happen. I don't know about these guys. I still get crazy stage fright until that first chord comes out. Once that first chord comes out, you ride the high of, hey, I'm making music and people are enjoying it, having a good time.
But as the audience, like when they're into
Yes.
it, we get into it more, right? So you feed off each other. It's a real symbiotic
Speaking
relationship.
of that, let's jump on that line.
Yeah.
How did the music start? Like, why this type of Celtic, Gaelic, Scottish? How did you stay on that, or what was the interest?
But just that my mom was
Versus rock and roll,
Yeah,
AC/DC, or the Stones, or
absolutely. Like my mom was a Highland dance judge and a Highland dance teacher and a teacher. So we got in. I was always growing up. I had more kilts and suits, right?
Gotcha.
But we do some rock and roll stuff. It's like.
there's a rock overtone.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, like you'll see a lot of the bands out there, they're playing Aussie, they're doing that with pipes and that kind of stuff, right? We used to do a lot of that back in the day. Now, I'd say, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'd say 80% of our show is original music now. And then we throw in some traditionals and that, especially at Christmas time, there's not too many Scottish Christmas tunes, right? So it's a little lighter than our normal show, but it's a lot of
Smith
fun.
and Killarney. Take one.
The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. It's Christmas in Killarney with all the folks at home. It's nice, to kiss your beau while cuddling on the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, of course, is one of the boys from home. It's always open, the neighbors pay a call. And Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. And grand it feels to click your heels and join the fun of the jigs and reels. Handing you no blarney, and likes you
Christmas to y'all. Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh.
So we're back after that commercial break. I'm the BMD. Meet the Band is our segment with Behind the Scenes. Here beside me is the Tartan Terrors. So, name.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about it, but the Terrors were from the young children
That's right,
driving
that was
their
me.
parents crazy.
That was me.
Okay, interesting name. So we talked a bit about energy and excitement and keeping your edge up and all that. Music, you love the music. I want to talk a bit more about the energy, because how do you keep portraying that night in and night out?
Well, look,
Like it's exciting.
Absolutely,
The music's
yeah.
exciting.
and honestly, that's what people like Scott pay us for, right? You know, because we're paid to entertain. My mom used to always say an audience is one person many times over.
Interesting
So if it's a
comment.
small crowd or a big crowd, you got to give it your 100%. You know, if you haven't done that, you haven't done your job. But like, there's some songs like we used to do from, you know, we've done 8,000 times. So you got to
Yeah.
make it fresh every time.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes you're going, oh, but then you see the reaction of new people. And it energizes us. And that's my take. I don't know how you guys feel on it, but.
Yeah, there's a feeling of, thank goodness we get to keep doing this. Thank goodness there's people in seats, and there's that side of it too. So even though it may be that we're doing the same song or same performance, same set list, we're energized every time by the different crowds, and we're blessed to be able to play some of these theaters again for a second
gorgeous.
and third time. So
Yeah.
even though it's, we're back here, but every time it's a different place. You never know what you're going to get, and we feed off the people, and they give us that energy to keep going, and we just want to give them the best show that we can every time.
So I ask all my guests in the show a couple of very deep questions.
All right.
How tough is the music industry?
Terrible.
Nowadays it's really hard, because back in the day, people come, they buy CDs, buy that. They all go to iTunes, and they download music. Well, when you download an album 5,000 times, people like us get 0.43 cents off that.
Yes.
Where back in the day, they used to buy it at point of sale. And that's why we always tell them, please go to our merch area. That helps keep us on the road. It's hard, because a lot of AI and that is changing the world
yes.
we're living in. But I grew up without a computer, and cell phone, all that stuff, right? So we just got to keep pushing it and keep the younger generation into it. Because without them, we're all gonna not be here forever, right? But keep those young kids going, then they're gonna keep going and keep going. Emily teaches and Charlie teaches all these young kids, and actually tonight we're so lucky because Emily, a bunch of her fiddlers are coming, little ones are coming to do a little thing before Act 2, and a bunch of her friends dancers are all coming out for the show. So we always try to include a local studio to bring in that. That's how we got our start, So keep
that
it going.
leads me into a great segue.
Sure.
We call it the young bloods.
All right.
So the young people coming up, trying to get in the business, what would your tip of the day be to the upcoming young blood?
Get used to hearing no and keep doing it anyways.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, right? I mean, that's the hard part, is you're going to get rejection, but you got to learn. Don't just learn the music, learn performance, learn management, learn accounting, learn how to fill out a visa.
Learn social media.
Learn social media.
Mhm.
That's a huge part of it. So I say that to any theater kids. You got to learn all the aspects, because you got to be you have to sell yourself night after night after night. And that's a big component of it.
Now you mentioned your audience, you vibe off them, the feeling if the songs are going over or the act. What can the audience expect on tonight's show?
Guys?
Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of Christmas.
Christmas overtone?
Yeah, there's a Christmas overtone. We wear some silly hats and, play some traditional songs and, infuse that into the regular traditional set. But, it's an all ages show. There's an element of comedy in between the songs. These guys kind of rib each other a bit. And
Is it being goofy? It's not joke telling.
No, I'll tell
Not stand-up comedy.
No.
Right.
But I'll tell
Storytelling.
stories about when we were young and Christmas, and
Gotcha.
that kind of stuff. What happened and funny moments that happened, and try to bring back the nostalgia of that time, right? Whether
Interesting.
it's Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, we just want you to come in and feel that vibe of what we're trying to celebrate with the Hogmanay.
So the audience will expect a great show tonight.
I
And
hope so.
leave with a bit of Christmas spirit.
A well-rounded, family fun show.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
And we're so lucky because, like in Ontario, like I know in beginning of December we're going to be in Milton and Huntsville and Hamilton. Then we're going to be in January. We're going to be at
Peterborough
Midland.
and
Midland.
and then April we're in Brantford as well.
We do a lot in the U.S. Like back in the day, you know, I always said the Canadians love the arts. The Americans used to pay for it.
Gotcha.
You know,
Good
and,
comment.
and so we do a lot between both countries, right? And our goal is to, when you come to the show, I don't want you to think about politics. I don't want you to think about if you're ill or you're that. Forget it for 2 hours. We're just going to have a good time
Nice.
together and just go home with a smile.
And Tyler reminded me we're in St. Catharines in March as well.
Yeah, St. Catharines in
Gotcha.
March. So yeah, and with Scott with Blackrose Entertainment, he's been great at helping us revive our Canadian audiences, which has been a blessing. You know, we love performing in Canada. You know, it's
So final question, I guess you're getting ready to do sound check.
yes, sir.
Tell us your social media IDs if somebody wants to connect with you.
Absolutely. Emily handles
Fire
it.
away, Emily.
You can find us at Tartan Terrors on all
.com.
platforms, or our website www.tartanterrors.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, we at Tartan Terrors for Facebook, TikTok, Instagram,
All those
whatever
things.
else there is.
I'm so old, I still have MySpace. So.
Gotcha. Well, folks, that has been the Tartan Terrors. What an interesting name. Glad we hooked up today. Glad we got to interview them and see them. Check their website out if you need to get tickets or see them in the near future. I'm the BMD. You've been listening to Meet the Band behind the scenes live at the Regent Theater on Rogers Cable 10.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
The stars shone bright above my head against the blackened sky. Her words were devoid of love, a shore where we said our goodbye. Will we meet again? Will I see a perfect storm swirling in her eye? 1 month, 2 weeks a day. Last I saw her pretty face. I'm in hell, so I pray, take me away from this place. Will we meet again? Will I see a perfect storm swirling in her eye? I might as well be a castaway. Been gone from home since the month of May. When our ship returns to the bay, that'll be the day for me. This job is near the end. We're all returning back home now. At dusk we birth again. I'll muster up some strength yet somehow. Now we meet again. Hearts are on the mend. I miss you, my friend. Now I see a perfect storm of love tonight.
Hey folks, the BMD here on my show Meet the Band. If you or your group would like to be a guest on the show, email us at thebmdpodcast@gmail.com. See you then.
I don't mean to be rude or to come off as crass. I've been here since noon and I'm drunk off my ass. Your missus was giving me the eye, so I smiled with her hand on my thigh. So fill up my glass and then kiss my ass. I'm drunk and I don't care to go home. It started at 3 with old Danny McGee. His wife came along, so he then had to flee. He said he was working with Ted. Come sunrise, I'll wish he was dead. So fill up my glass and then kiss my ass. I'm drunk and I don't care to go home. The clock then struck 5 and the bar came alive. From teachers and lawyers to all walks of life, they were there to forget their day, and the drink encouraged me to stay. So fill up my glass and then kiss my ass. I'm drunk and I don't care to go home. It was suddenly 2 and I knew what to do. Down to patio duels with the finest of crew. We'd drink till the sun came along, then walk ourselves home with a song. So fill up my glass and then kiss my ass. Drunk and I don't care to go home.